What happens, dear ladies and gentlemen, when an organization is owned and controlled by the people who use the products and services that businesses produces? And can such a cooperation be beneficial for the circular economy? Now, that was a question that Circle Economy wanted to be answered. And let's hear now all together what they found out. Here we have for you the project manager, Circle Finance Program at Circle Economy, and his name is Marvin Nusseck.
Yes, hello. So my name is Marvin Nusseck. I'm a project manager at Circle Finance. And in the next 5 minutes, I try to present some of the findings from a paper we recently published. I will tell you what cooperatives actually are and how they can boost the circular economy. And after my talk, there will also be a real-life example of a cooperative. So first of all, we all agree that the current way our economy works cannot continue. We are extracting resources, we are creating more and more waste, and this has to change. The beauty of the circular economy is that it's actually a very intuitive concept. So if you look at this picture, I doubt that anyone thinks that the waste actually belongs there. So making it a reality, though, is a really big challenge. And we have to act together on this huge problem. And maybe we even have to act cooperatively. At Circle Economy, we do just that. We know that politics has to change legislations and regulations, but we also know that we have to act quickly. And that's why we look for practical and scalable solutions, especially for businesses, to create a socially just and ecologically safe space for all. In our recent paper, we found one solution. In valorizing residual resources, we found that cooperatives can be a solution to boost the circular transition. So let's dive into it. What is a cooperative? A cooperative is nothing new. It's a proven system, so it exists already for many years. For example, the Dutch Rabobank is a cooperative. But in general, a cooperative is a legal organizational form for a business. What does it mean? For example, a limited company with limited liability for a small number of investors is a legal organizational form, or a public company, a company that actually sells its shares on the stock market. That are different legal organizational forms. But this shareholder capitalism is being criticized more and more because it seems like it's only focusing on creating profit for investors. It only focuses on return of investments, making more money for investors that invested money. But it actually disregards social and especially also environmental factors. So now you might wonder, how is the legal structure actually important for the circular transition? Now, I will give you 3 reasons. First of all, cooperatives take a multi-stakeholder approach. Every business has a number of stakeholders. It can be employees, suppliers, customers, different groups. But usually those stakeholders don't really have influence on the future of a company or power to make decisions. It's usually the shareholders or the investors that make the decisions. But cooperatives have no investors in the usual sense. They actually have members that contribute to it. The interesting part is that members do not have to contribute financially. They can actually contribute in kind. So what does that mean, in kind? I mean, first of all, that means labor. So the employees that work and actually contribute to the success of the cooperative become a member of the cooperative by providing labor. So besides the usual salary that they receive from the cooperative, they also actually get a share as a member of the cooperative, and also hence the profit in case the cooperative makes a profit. But it's interesting is that therefore the employees not just work for the cooperative, they also work for their own success. And this in-kind contribution does not just have to be labor. It can also be actually companies that provide services. So imagine the logistics company that delivers your products. It actually can become a member by providing this in-kind contribution of delivering your products. And this entry and exit for these companies is relatively easy for cooperatives. The second point is cooperatives are democratic. So just like in our democracies where we vote to shape the future of the country, the members of the cooperative actually vote to shape the future of the cooperative. In that way, they can, for example, decide to use more renewable energy. And that integrates employees much better. So cooperatives actually listen to their main asset, the employees. And as we know, individuals are actually often more concerned about environmental impact. So that can have a positive impact as well. And the third part is cooperatives can be the circular value chain director. So what does that mean? There's many inefficiencies in the value chain often. So there can be overproduction of products or residual resources, as we call it, empty rides of trucks, or a surplus of labor. Cooperatives can be the spider in the web, the circular value chain director that find these overcapacities and surpluses in the value chain and connect them, and through that create a more circular business model. This is a win-win situation, as we not just use better resources, use resources better, but it also is, of course, good for the cooperative itself, as a usual efficient use of resources also can save money. There's, of course, many challenges. How do you actually value in-kind contribution? Do banks want to finance it? Is that necessary? How can we guarantee that there's social and environmental actions? But to sum up, cooperatives have the power to boost the circular economy because they take a multi-stakeholder approach, integrating more stakeholders, they have a democratic setup, and they can be the circular value chain director. And just like our Earth is a cooperative system, it seems like good steps towards a socially just and ecologically safe space for all. In case of any questions, please feel free to reach out.